Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel for another episode of the CFC Q&A, episode number 11 now. Kind of quick fire episodes recently. There's one up during the week, I'm sure, and I'm just kind of losing track of all sense of time. It's getting difficult, but we're here for another episode anyway. People who want to see the Celtic career mode will be back hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get things set up and that will be back. It's been very inconsistent actually. It's only had 3 episodes. I don't even think I can use the word inconsistent. Anyway, that's not the topic of this video. The topic of this video is the Celtic Q&A, where I answer the questions sent to me on Twitter at the hashtag CFCQA118 and the Twitter account at CFCQA118. If you want to get involved, that's the Twitter account to be at, and you can get yourself involved with future episodes by sending your questions when the tweet is posted every week. I was a bit late this week with the tweet, only got it up this morning, and obviously I am now making the video now, so maybe not as many questions as I'd ideally like, and maybe not as big a variety, but we're still going to try and fire through with what I've got anyway. Usually we always get enough either way if I do it on the day or a few days before, so we should be fine and ready to go. So if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do, like and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated if you could hit the subscribe button now if you haven't already. And let's stop wasting time and get right into the 11th episode of the CFC Q&A. Sean Farron asks, if we can afford it, would you reconstruct the main stand in order to meet a bigger ticket demand for European games, or keep it traditional and keep the stadium the way it is now? I have always been under the opinion that we should keep Celtic Park the same capacity and not make any further changes to the seating arrangement of the stadium. Now, as marvellous as an extra 10,000 seats would be, or however many it would be, to make it all equal and, you know, the kind of same size all round, and to extend that main stand, as great a feat it would be for the stadium becoming one of the biggest in Britain and one of the biggest in Europe, already being one of the biggest in Britain and one of the biggest in Europe, that stand would realistically lie empty for a large portion of the season. Apart from European games, apart from Old Firm games, we're not going to see the likes of the matches against Dundee, against Partick Thistle, against Motherwell. We're not going to see the stand be sold out, and it would be a waste of money for Celtic to spend the money and to create an inconvenience for fans to get to the stadium, to actually play in the stadium while it was getting done. It would be such an inconvenience all round for there not to be a massive benefit from it. Now, for atmosphere on a European night and for an Old Firm game, it would be incredible. An extra 10,000 Celtic fans packing out Celtic Park, and even just probably aesthetically would add to the stadium as well, making it look a lot nicer. But is it worth the money? Is it worth the hassle where a majority of the season you're going to see it lie empty? And that's not me criticising the attendance of Celtic fans, but it's just being realistic. If we can't sell out 60,000 every week, we get close to it, but we don't exactly sell out 60,000. We're not going to sell another 10,000 seats every week. So in my opinion, I like it the way it is as well. I actually really do like it the way it is. It's just traditional. The main stands remained untouched. It's always been the same. I like it like that. I'd keep it like that. It's just my personal opinion on it. Boys in Green asks, what defenders do you think we will bring in and how many? Now, specifically when it comes to a person, I don't know what defenders we will bring in, and I don't even know what defenders I'd like to see come in, because I talk about this same issue all the time on the channel, where it's hard to pick players to come to Celtic because a lot of the players we do get are players I've never heard of. Even Big Benkovic, never heard of him before Celtic were linked with him, and now he's coming to Celtic and he's looking like a solid defender. He's looking as though he'll do a great job. There's so many players out there that we don't know about that are realistically what Celtic need to go for. We can't exactly look at players from the English Premier League and go, I'd like to see him come to Celtic, I'd like to see him come to Celtic, because it comes with a massive transfer fee, it comes with a massive wage fee. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. So realistically, I don't know what defenders when it comes to specific people, but we need a centre half, maybe. Not as probably as desperate as a right half. Right half is not a position, right? A right back at this point. I feel like we really do need a right back, but a centre half would not hurt. Now we have got Boyata, Benkovic, Ayer, and Simunovic at the club. They are 4 decent enough centre halves, ranging from decent to really good. And there's a nice mix of experience and youth in there, but we know what our fitness problems are like. We know what our luck is like, and we know we need more depth there. But a right back is probably the priority in my opinion. We should get looking. Lustig's past it. We need to replace him. Gamboa just isn't good enough to be a consistent first team right back. We need to look at getting a right back soon. But definitely who I think we'll bring in is different from who I want to bring in. 2 defenders ideally I'd like to see come in the club, but I feel like we will sign at least one. At least one surely will come in. Edward Doherty asks, thoughts on Rogic's fitness and the fact he can hardly ever do the full 90 minutes. And secondly, best defender at Celtic and why. He also says he loves the channel and he'll to you too, Edward. Now, first question, my thoughts on Tom Rogic's fitness is, it's annoying. We know for a fact he is not the fittest man on planet Earth. He's not the fittest player at Celtic Football Club as well. And he struggles sometimes. What he also struggles for is a consistent performance level that really does match how good a player he is. When he plays his best football, he is one of the most untouchable players in Scotland, one of the best players in Scotland, and I firmly stand by that. But do we get those performances on a weekly basis? What we need to get past the kind of rough patch we had recently, we don't see the performances enough, and his fitness certainly doesn't help add to that. Now, Tom Rogic knows of this, Brendan Rodgers knows of this. We've seen how it fits into tactics and how Celtic try and adapt to try and get Tom Rogic into the game, but also watch his fitness levels. Ultimately, he needs to improve it, but it's difficult when you pick up knocks. It's difficult when you have to kind of sit down and reset. Look, he's a fantastic player, and there's no denying that. One of the best players at the club. But if there was a way for him to drastically improve his fitness, he needs to buckle down and do it. It's not easy though. It's not easy to ask a man to change their fitness levels overnight and their proneness to an injury. So I love the guy. It's annoying that he can't really get a full 90 minutes a lot of the time, but it was fantastic against St Johnstone. We need more performances like that, and hopefully we can get more 90 minutes out of him. I like him when he comes off the bench and he creates an impact, but how often have we seen that lately? We've not even seen much of an impact when he starts games than when he comes off the bench. So a few things need fixed up, but he's a cracking player, and there's no denying that. Best defender at the club. I mean, it's easy to go for Kieran Tierney, isn't it? I think Kieran Tierney is the most consistent. I feel like a lot of the times he does avoid the criticism that he may deserve from some games because he has that kind of Mr. Celtic persona. He loves the club. He's the golden boy, and a lot of people don't like to criticise him in a negative way. Well, we do it so easily with other players. But Tierney rarely does put in a bad performance, and he's so young as well, which makes it great. Tierney probably is the best defender at the club when it comes to all-round attributes because he is consistent more than often, and he does everything he needs to do right. When it comes to centre halves, it's probably Big Boyata, to be honest. I feel like it will be Benkovic, but we need more time. I love Ayer. I think Ayer, I've always kind of said Ayer is better than Boyata, but Boyata's been the one starting recently, and Ayer's been injured, so need to go with Boyata from now. But Tierney, if we're going for all defenders. Glasgow's Green and White asks, do you think normality will now resume, or do you still think there are some problems at Celtic? Well, it's hard to tell. Obviously, we got that big win against St Johnstone where we saw a fantastic attacking performance from the club, from the players even. And it was nice. It was a difference from what we've seen for the past couple of months at Celtic, and a struggle to score goals, and all these other doubts and such that were coming in seemed to kind of fade away in the space of one game. But now we've went on international break and we need to hit the ground running. We need to show it against Hibs. We need to play really well. We've got a tough run of games coming now. It's not easy, you know. Hibs, Leipzig, Hearts. It's not an easy run, and we've got to try and continue the momentum that we built up from that last game and take it into these games, as difficult as that may be because of how difficult the opponents are. I feel like normality will resume. Whether it's in the next week or not, it will resume. I believe we will go on and win the league title. We've just got to be patient with it. We've got to understand that other teams have improved as well, and there is a more even playing field within Scotland. And it's not just always going to be a one-team show. At some point, other teams are going to catch up, but I feel like normality will resume. That result was probably the start of it. We're going to win the league, as I said. Barry asks, do you think Lee Griffiths could be this generation's Larsson? My answer to that is absolutely fucking not. Not a chance in hell. Now, I always feel like I come across as an absolute Lee Griffiths hater on this channel, and I can't stand the guy or anything. But to compare Lee Griffiths with Henrik Larsson would be absolutely criminal. It would be quite offensive to Henrik Larsson, and that's nothing to do with you, Kevin. I'm not offending you here. I'm not slagging you off. No, Lee Griffiths won't. No one will ever be in the same kind of respect. No one will be held in that sort of aura as what Henrik Larsson is. No one ever, especially not Griffiths. He's a decent player. Yes, he scored 100 goals for the club, and he's had fantastic games for Celtic. But he's still a player who severely underperforms when we need him to perform. There's a lot of things he does wrong. A lot of things he has to improve. He's a good player. He's a good goal scorer. When he plays his best football, we've got a really talented goal scorer on our side, but he's never going to be anywhere near the level of Henrik Larsson, and he'll never be held in that esteem. Whether people like that or no, and they might look at me and say, you know, you're being sour towards Lee Griffiths, but I'm being honest and saying he will never ever be like Henrik Larsson. Never be looked upon in that way. Matthew Glenn asks, is the treble still a realistic ambition? I believe so. We just need to see how we go in the semi-finals of this cup. I believe we'll still win the league, and then the Scottish Cup will kickstart eventually. I think it's still a realistic possibility. Obviously, we've seen that we're not as great this year, but we're picking it up, and other teams have improved. But when it comes down to it, when we knuckle down and we get to these big games, we know what we're doing. We turn it on, and I believe it's still a realistic opportunity. Whether it'll happen or not, different story. Realistic chance of happening though. After the last 2 years, you can't count it out really. Owen McCauley says, should Neil Baton go? Yes. What's he doing here? He's wasting a perfectly good amount of wages at Celtic. I know he's injured. I don't care. Get rid of him. Go. Just let him leave gracefully. Final question of the episode. John McInnes asking, would you sacrifice Brendan Rodgers to the national team? And I'll reply to that question the same I did to the Lee Griffiths question. Absolutely fucking not. And that does it for this episode then, guys. If you have enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated to help the channel grow and such. If you've enjoyed the video, then comment below as well and let me know your opinions to my opinions, and just let me know what you thought overall throughout the video, and your answers are greatly appreciated to see as well. As I said, if you've enjoyed, like and subscribe. Make sure to tune in next week and throughout the week for the other videos, and I'll see you all next time.